Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, and my cat Mrs. Hudson in my lap, if you can hear her, welcome you back to Lovecraft Country and the Cultist Simulator Exile run. Now this is going to be our second attempt. The first one kind of dissolved into chaos as Alexis decided to retool his game on a constant basis while I was doing so, but he appears to have moved on to his third game, and you know, we went through a lot with Book of Hours, and now we're going to return to our roots where we're waiting for the third game in the Secret Histories universe, as it apparently is being called. But let's go back to the Exile, not the base game, but the one in which we play a Recogner, a semi-demigod of war that is attempting to escape the tyranny of his father, and here's a group of assassins who devour people's lives and make money out of them. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but this is the Secret Histories universe. It kind of runs on weird. In any case, we are going to be doing the, let's see, for those acolytes I have out there, I did attempt to start a run with them giving early access to the first one, but that one's sound quality is so poor we're starting over from the top. So let's get into, there we go, the Exile. No one steals from Reckoner Lord, and yet I did. I had my reasons. All right. A new game based legacy you've chosen, which will be destroyed. That's fine. Let's play Legacy. Alright, sunset, time to go. Now, if you recall, this is kind of the situation. From some secret headquarters somewhere in Europe, you can see the map here of all the potential cities we can reach. I love the cats on this one over here. We are just stole 7 years. Basically, it's called the Cinder Tallies. This life force of people assassinated by us. Now, what we've discovered in Book of Hours is you don't need to kill people to get this. We can actually produce them at the Hush House fairly easily. It's kind of hilarious. Also, the time. We are currently in pre-War World War One, instead of pre-World War II, and the colonial nations are starting to fight against each other. The concept of communism has come into play and is currently starting revolutions. As you can see, the USSR is here. It was between War One and War Two. That's what I was thinking. Between Two Wars, which is an excellent series you should check out sometime on the World War II channel. Time Goes History channel. But our escape plan is our ticket to get out of here. Our traces are clues. Now, we just, of course, ran out with a whole bunch of money in our lap, so what we want to do is we want to make use of something, address opportunities, run operations to convert years into cash. Let's switch this over here. Get that started. Oops, pause. All right, so we're going to be doing this at normal speed to start with. These will disappear shortly. These will not. These are the most important things in the game, as they cannot, of course, get new ones, and we can spend them for particularly interesting things, including being able to regenerate, since we can suck in the life force of this within the money itself. Under their noses, my old Confederates are out searching for me. I hear their whistles and their finger snappings at every corner, and no wonder, given what I've just stolen. But enough was enough. All right, so unpause. Pause. Onwards. I hear my old friend Lil has moved her black operations to Budapest. Now, what's going on here is that, of course, once we leave the current city, we will be going to Budapest. But in order to do so, we are going to have to far enough and fast enough. I have more than enough cash for the journey, but I might need to travel light. Leaving a city will shake off your pursuers, but they will find you again eventually, giving us 2 cash. All right. Now, travel is obviously what we want to do. Put that here for now. Put Budapest in there. Prepare to depart. You'll need 1 cash to do so. Time to go. Have you forgotten anything? You can only take portable assets with you. Departure will end all ongoing Reckoner actions and remove all traces, but also abandon assets, locations, destinations, local contacts, and ongoing operations. Basically, you run out of town. Now, at the same time, a hostile move. An assassin is attempting to attack us, and this is our clock. You remember that, but it's called the wheel here, which is important because we are a demigod of the powers of the previous age, which was the wheel and not the sun that moved time. And that is a long story we got into in the first run about who the Reckoners actually are, but they are from traces of the flint and the wheel, which basically means that we are tools in time, which is assassination is, of course, one of those, and clockmaking is another. But, you know, clockmaking isn't as profitable. So, let's leave, shall we? And now we're packing our last cash because we have to literally pack every suitcase of cash we take with us. Okay, that will disappear shortly, and let us begin. It'll take us 10 seconds to leave town. Now it's going to be there before these. When this cycle ends, we would be attacked by the assassin and lose 1 wound. We have 7 wounds. This shows here. Okay, now pause. Okay, yeah, basically you have to wait. You have to load everything, then wait another 10 seconds before you can actually leave. In the beginning, it's not an issue, but if you start taking a lot of stuff with you, you gotta make some plans. Now, the train shows us. Farewell, departure, another 10 seconds. You can see it takes 30 seconds at least. 20 seconds plus 10 seconds for every item you take with you to leave a town. So you gotta plan this out quickly. Now, one of the main reasons this is gonna be different is we're not doing an escape run. We're gonna be doing a murder run. Yeah, we're going to try to kill the foe. Might not get it the first time, but if you don't succeed, we can rewind time and try again. It's a great thing about having alternate timelines. It's canon that there are infinite number of timelines because time is broken in the Secret Histories world because the sun is badly injured because the Forge ate it. It's an extremely long story. We should probably get to that eventually within the Hush House lecture series. It's freezing, but Lil is holding court in her usual place at Varosliget. I'm sorry for my pronunciations. I'm horribly American. In her usual widow's black, okay, old school American, not the current variety. Black, playing chess between meetings with clients. I thought you might turn up, she says. Please tell me you haven't brought them here yet. Okay, so we have our 1 cash remaining. We're gonna need more, obviously. We're in Budapest, and we have Underworld Connections, which give us 8 Edge, 8 Moth, 6 brains, 6 Knock, and it's considered both an asset, a connection, and deception, which means we can remove traces with it. But it's an expensive way of doing so. But there's some things we can do with it. For example, if we had a high enough, put this over here for now, over Persia. Combat ability, we could, if we wanted to. Let's get this over here. Travel, let us leave. We don't want to do that. Operations, you can also check to see, yep, put connections in here. We could use this. Use our underworld connections to turn to counterfeiting operations, seaport opportunity, or in space to begin smuggling operation or stolen year to compete in illegal fights. We do not have enough of this, however. So we're going to need to get more things. Now, we have 2 types of money. The important stuff is the years, and the cash is the conventional. We're going to, this is of course our reconnoiter, in other words, go out in the world. It's a cold little world there, but I know a few tricks, which means that also when it unlocks, it'll give us a couple of more cards. And those cards will, all right, knife secret. Now this is important. We're going to need to use that in order to get the Defiance card, which is going to help us fight back, because Defiance is all about, well, deciding you want, rather than running away, you want to destroy what's pursuing you, which, you know, is your father, the foe, as it were. It's kind of a Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker going thing, but if they're both dark side, yeah, it's about right. All right. Relinquish. I've changed the dressing. I can move well enough. I could wait for it to heal or heal it with stolen years if I'm in a hurry, but it'll take a whole decade. Right. You can lose 1 wound, but also a wound is considered to be an asset. 4 knock for wounds and 4 winter for death. So yeah, this is actually interesting thing. And of course, it's something you don't have to pack. It's like on you. Okay, communication. That's going to be the other thing here. Now, while we are here, while we're waiting, we should probably reconnoiter Budapest. Now, the question is, do we want to also do that? Grab a stolen year and raise cash hurriedly. That will automatically produce a trace, but we need money. You can pretty much assume that what's going to happen here. Now, the underworld could actually help us with that, as it's able to, we can arrange for Lil to assassinate one of the, or attempt to assassinate one of the attackers. We can use a knife secret to fight back. We can use a pistol. If we can get one, those are pretty easy to get, however, so let's get started. Fortunately, it's going to take a while to raise cash, so we should be able to get a couple other scenarios going. And you notice the wound will click down. We actually regenerate slowly, as we are, like I said, not quite a demigod, but not quite normal. Hard to kill, but not impossible. The problem is our father is also one of those, and it's where we got our powers from, half our powers from. Our mother gave us some. We went over it in the first run, which we basically dissected the history of the Reckoner, the Exile, the whatever you want to call us. Temptation's escape. I've stolen the fortune years from Reckoner Lord. He'll pursue me across continents, but even his reach has limits. Achieve 7 obscurity, send a taunting message to your Reckoner foe, disappear forever, and win the game. We've already done that one. We'll be doing something else this time. Now, while that's going on, since we're going to be going kind of crazy anyways, well, let's get no reckoners are foolish enough to pass into the higher levels of the mansis to draw the attention of the true long or their masters would invite annihilation. My foe had some traffic with the hours of struggle and conquest, basically the linesmith and the colonel, and he enjoyed certain protections. So what we're going to do is try to grab this so we can get the Defiance card. We're going to need that for a few of our operations. Budapest is basically going to be a lot of a mess. Secluded villa. No, I don't really want to buy a mansion. Thanks. Bye. Couldn't afford it anyways. I always like to arrange things so I can see them easily. Also, we should probably get our exit card going too. I forgot about that. It's going to take a couple rounds for me to remember these things. But yeah, we need to be able to run to the next place. Anyways, we don't have traces out yet, fortunately. So we will, however, by the time that clock rolls around. So it's a good chance we can get somebody, but we can have Lil, of course, just take care of him. Or try to take care of at least half of him. There's the trace. Yep. So we have another cache. Smoky rooms, crumpled banknotes. I'm tired of this. Okay, operations do it much more cleanly. Also, this is an item you can see you can do things with. And now, right. Even my foe's weaknesses, but he guarded them carefully. Discover which distractions work against your foe, and you'll be able to choose most advantageous to fight him. What this means is that we have an unknown weakness that we can actually ask other people to tell us, because most distractions, which will work on everybody else, will not work on him. That gives our temptation defiance, which is important. They used to say the list is the line of division, or something like that. Latin was never my strong point. I'm on the wrong side of the line of division now. Perhaps it's also an opportunity. So we can use this to... Cunning may answer strength. Strength may answer cunning, but how do we answer agony? As your defiance rises, you'll draw the attention of edge hours. It reaches 7, you'll be able to choose something. That's the ascension road. That's aim. There will be a price. There's always a price. Rule 1. Okay, so let's get Budapest unlock here. The official connection. Now this could be interesting, and then I could use it to cause a casualty because I need a body. But what I desperately need is, if I run, I should find somewhere an old friend or an old acquaintance. So we should set up our exit strategy. We should always set up our exit strategy. Should have done that first. Like I said, the beginning of the game should be a little... Alright. Nope. They have not spotted us because this trace is not detonated yet. So, what to do now? Good look. Can't look for opportunities until we get the guard back. Trace is now 2, which means they're almost certainly going to spot us the next time around. I need weapons. I need weapons! The question is, should I take the 60 seconds? Yeah, I could probably survive the 60 seconds necessary for 1 more year. It's going to make things a little rough, but we need cash. And it should be doing this a bit faster. Click, click, click. But, yeah, what can I say? It's me. Sometimes I have a bit of a learning curve. All right. Our exit is going to be Krakow. I like that, but the problem being is you can get a really good sword there if you know if you've got the prep for it. I mean, I've got 4 winter. I need, 8 more winter. I'm not sure where the hell I'd find them at this point. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be an issue. Thoughts? Need opportunities. Fast forward where we're not doing anything. I'm not thinking about something to do. Medical credentials. These can become useful for getting cash quickly. Medical credentials would cost us a official connection, which we can get. So we might as well take the opportunity now. That's going to cost us 1 year. 10 seconds from now, then we roll around and we get the medical credentials. Oh, good. They're still not coming. You've given more time than I thought we would. Getting the medical credentials this soon is going to be actually quite helpful. Now, grab medical credentials. Same time I should be running Budapest. Yeah, this is... like, I got to take a little time to get back into the swing of things. Initial connection, there. Negotiation. I don't have time to do this the right way. Luckily, I don't have the connections to do this the fast way. Let's go. Oh, didn't actually generate a trace. I'm surprised. 3 cash. Alright. Might want to play doctor next time we're around. 3 cash should be enough for now. In fact, what we can do, unless we think we're going to need the whole 3 for something, we could send it to Krakow, which is interesting. You could send cash ahead of you. I want to... It's risky because this stuff doesn't come cheap, but the problem is we've got 20 seconds, 60 seconds. I think we can do this. Let's plus this, then grab Krakow. Grab cash. Cash ahead to Krakow. There we go. So we don't have to pack it. There we go. All a bit strange, mind you, but it's all going to work out. And a good morning to you, Doctor. I am now officially a doctor. Yay. God, that's terrible. Let's go. Night. Could use that ditch trace, actually. It's also 4. Ooh, unrealized potential. Something on my mind, because we only have 14 seconds. We might as well use it. Alright, keep going. Odds. Now, the temptation, defiance, temptation, escape. Now, if I throw these in, what happens is that this one will give us contentment, which is a point. And this one gives us anger, rage. The problem is, once the rage is going, we can't escape. So there's absolutely no way to do that. But this one also means we can't fight. We can't do a lot of strange things. So we're just going to let this run. I don't think we're not committing to anything standing here. All right, but this one gives us dread. And dread's actually useful. 2 edge. For example, now we have 2 edge and 2 edge here. And not 2 edge here, however. All right, so dread does not require to be packed, which is, a good thing. There we go. Now the question is, do we want to stick around and do some murder? Because we need a body. It is not... What? Ooh, distraction. Opportunity. Penitent. Ooh, it also allows us to get the eternal scar, but it costs us 1 wound. How does that work again? We do the upper... Nope, this will not. So we'll need to figure out where we're going to put this. Alright, so let's put this here for now. We can use this to kill one of that. If we don't get a body, then I need the body. Alright. So the trace is kind of irrelevant at this point. This one gets Krakow back. Excuse me. Medusa, the Legian. Peel said to me once, and Peel, by the way, is Dr. Aaron Peel, which is my character in which is in universe. The person does their house lectures, so it's who I impersonate when I or one of his many alternate selves when I'm doing house lectures myself. She might be the oldest of her kind still living, and she is dead. There was the kind of thing Peel said, but then on the rainy half streets of Buda beneath the blinds eye of the statue, I remember the other thing she said, "What's not seen?" And my skin prickles. This will take away one of our wounds, but give us a permanent scar, which gives us additional, which is one of the things we carry around for a penitent ending. What is not seen? We need something with that. We'd have to give up this to do so. I found my answers in Medusa's riddle. I think she found me. Of course, I never saw her, but I lost an hour out in the world, and now I carry a wound above my heart that will not heal. As you can see, Dark Lady's image has appeared. But yes, we will solve Medusa's riddle at the same time. See if we can get a gun. Also have Krakow ready in 30 seconds to leave if absolutely necessary, because we do not have any way of countering our attacker. This is a bad place to try to make a stand right now. But we can use distractions and the knife secret in order to be able to slow them down. Okay. This is going to be kind of interesting. Okay. Well, this is what happens when you're looking for trouble. I really imagine, why did she spare me? The unhealing wound gives us 4 winter and 4. That actually gives us, with the wound here, 8 out of 12 we're going to need for it to solve the secret. This doesn't have winter, which sucks, man. Do you have winter? Quiet Warehouse does not have winter. Okay, now we can just keep looking. I mean, the Quiet Warehouse would be interesting if we still had anything to work with. We do not. We're going to try a desperate reconnoiter for Budapest. At the same time, I'm not quite going to be ready to leave. We could take 60 seconds and deliver another cache, because we definitely know we're not going to be sticking around here much longer. That delays us by 60 seconds, but we'd get a second wound if he attacks us. That's exactly what I need. I need 12 winter. Yeah, we need to get hurt. We need him to hurt us. Cache ahead, Krakow. It's crazy, but it's going to work. Then we'll have our 12 winter, and we'll get the super duper magic sword right off, which is really good for a Defiance run. Any case, yeah. We'll get a body, however. I'm good with that. All right, let's go. Actually, what we can do... let's see, if we let him hurt us once, depends if we have a gun or not. We'll use this to block him at some point. No, we can't block him. We don't want to block him. No, we can't use it until he materializes. Oh, he's just looking. It's just the search. They haven't actually materialized yet. So we have to stick around long enough for him to hurt us. Okay. I think we can do that. Really, it's going to be kind of easy. And that's pushing it, however. We have to stick around long enough for him to hurt us, so we can do this. Just won't be able to take it. Alright, so what we need to do... not block him. Not attack. Okay, we can... Yep, reinforcements. They're going to be sending in their low-level thug at the moment, which I cannot do anything about right now. We want him to attack us once, and then be done with it. Purchase Red Temptation, a Grail Curio. Costs 2. Well, never know. Might be useful. Not going to need that cash to leave that we're doing right now. Okay, keep going. I'm also curious. Curio. It's a one-shot 8 Grail, but also 2 value if we sell it. It's basically, it's a comfort as well. It gives us 1 comfort, you notice down here, and supplies, finites. Basically, we will have to pack it, but it's quicker than packing 2 cash. All right, let's go. Oh, dread. Now, I can't recycle dread, unfortunately. Excellent. This guy needs to hurry up. Grand Townhouse, no. Worry me here, man. Give me something useful. Give me a gun. There he is. The search. Too familiar. What we need here, what I can do, is do a quick attack my pursuer, which might give him a wound, but he takes 2 to kill, so I want him to wound me, and theoretically we could kill him back, get his body and the wound, which would be more than I need, but let's do it. We don't have a weapon, unfortunately, so we can't. We're using our bare hands, which is always iffy, only with 70% chance of success. The trace, I do not care. Gives us the 2 items to pack here. So I don't think we're going to go any more in that direction. The trace, doesn't really matter. Let's still move. We're not going to bribe. We want him to hit us, actually. He'll hit us, we'll hit him back, then we'll run for the border, as it were. So why isn't there a distraction been raised yet? Underworld Connection. Now, what I could do with Underworld Connection is block him with it. Easily enough. Then, what? Okay, we hit him. 2 wounds will allow us to kill him. Now, the thing is, we could, if we're really feeling very expensive here, is, yeah, we need the body. So, what we will do is, as soon as we can... Now my dread's fading off. Alright, another trace by killing him. Palpable hit, pursuer's wound. That's on him over there. We'll wait for him to attack us, then we will use this to kill him. Got it. Works perfectly. Basically, we're calling in another favor from Lil. That will also mean that we're not going to be, we'll have more than enough time to run away. I don't think I'll raise another cache at the moment, though. A bunch waiting for us already. We don't want to carry too much at once. Alright, so yes. He does hit us. We do get that wound I wanted. This, however, will finish him off. Alright. Okay. Now we have a second wound. That's going to give us another 4 for the winter, which allows us to pass the Krakow thing. Meanwhile, however, since I spent the damn thing, we're going to kill him and devour the body for more power. Green. Oh, he's summoning somebody else. So it's quite possible that I blew that because we're not going to be able to stop the next one as easily. Now the question is, this Pursuer's Wound will probably dissolve as soon as he does. Basically, we smacked him really hard and he ran away. It's exhausted. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one off. The only possibility would be if I can actually get that bloody gun. So basically, when the reinforcements arrive, we can use the connection underworld to delay them. We already have it, and then take off. And hopefully we will not be anywhere near healed by that point. Also had the crap kicked out of us so far. We list 3 out of 7 wounds. What do we got here? Underworld connection. I don't think it's worth the extra cost, but you never know. Well. Reckoner Lord. Okay, that means we are Marines. We are leaving. Because I can't afford to put 4 down for him. But we only need 2 cash. We use our 1 cash here. We only need to pack 1 thing. We'll be gone before you know it. Right, we need to pack 2 things. Meanwhile, here, suck that down. Friends in the right places. Have fun with that. We'll just smack him around a little, okay? Assuming we're still here by that point. May or may not be. I don't know. Basically, we'll just be looking at the back of the train. For you. Just read off this. That could have been useful elsewhere, but not now. And we are going. Nope, we actually might get to smack him once. Yep, he got smacked. I like that. Just saw him. He runs towards this thing and then suddenly, like, somebody snipes a shot to his back. I'm good with that. And everything goes. Okay, so deep breath. Now, we have the creme diomes. Rostock has prepared a room in his attic. I'm too old to be murdered. He assures me if they come for you, I'll hide under the table and cry. Don't worry about it, but this is the operation we want. His Saint Marzine the White, which is also on the hill above the city where the wind blows keen and fierce. A decaying wooden church stands in a bleak grove of leafless oak trees. Yozak tells me there's something there I'll find useful. He warns me. I looked in all my books for the Saint Marzine. Where did he find her? Nowhere. Nowhere. He's not saying he didn't find Nahu Trace. She's from nowhere, the void. She's one of the dark gods. In other words, the consumer of all things. I have my theories on who that she was. It's listed under the if you, I'll remember I put a link to it. I actually refer to her in the last Hush House lecture number 4, 3 Mothers and a Child, as the hidden mother. But I won't go more into that because I already did. Don't have to. But the first thing we're going to do, we are definitely going to check this place out. Okay, so put in a wound that's going to heal first, right here. And that's going to give us 4 of what we need. Okay, begin a caper. Get the goods, get out. I don't think it's ever been that simple. We are not going to look for anything right now. The only thing we're going to do right now is take our exit strategy. And then we're going to be very quiet. Very observant. What happened to the cash? Didn't we bring a bunch of cash? Did it disappear? Did it get bugged out? Ah, that sucks. Thought I had that set up. But wait, you have to get the cash back this way, I think, first. Right. Grab the cash, 2 cash there. We have to basically pick it up from the telegraph station. Forgot about that. Then we need to know what our exit strategy is going to be. Getting that sword is so much more important than anything else right now. So, it's one of the most powerful swords. Probably the second most powerful sword in the game, and it's also unbreakable. Let's look at the repentiment. So technically we've got 2 towards that. Ready, 3 momentums, a success will be complications before that. Begin a caper, accept. Alright. Here we go. Okay, we have 4 here. We need to use patience. Dive Neatons. Patience. Yep, is the first challenge. Let's see, church. Requires us to have 4 winter. We have 4 winter set already, so we put in this second wound. I've used more patience, which is 8 winter. Okay, so basically we have to sit in the church all night and not freak out, basically. Dominis the Baker has done well for himself. High-level connections in the Iron Wolf and Kosnas, which I believe is a proto-Russian or Slavic mafia. We never really got on, but he owes me and I can't be fussy. Okay, there we go. We continue with our caper. Again, we're just going to stay quiet. We're a bit exhausted. Very, very quiet. I'm hunting artifacts. We are doing fast forward, so yeah. The problem is when we're staying low, not much happens in the game. Get that's the point. 4 cash, by the way, total between all of us. Oh, all the things. Because we can sell the other stuff for it too. But still nothing. Good. Alright, cool. Another complication. This complication. 1 momentum. This passed. We have 1 wound. 888. And this is going to be... Next one. Night deepens. I use patience. Okay, last one. This will give us the 12 we need for full pass. So basically, all we have to do is stay in this with all the nightmares of the void assailing us in a small place, meditating, and never flinch. It's, you know, of course, I probably am so badly injured, I probably can't. Now, like I said, I'm going to get this sword first. Then we'll do our usual stuff. Might be able to do some murder on the way out. We don't know. This is one of the most important items to get in the game, and by that time we'll have our knife secret back. But God, we need to get that up so badly. Like I said, murder. Final complication. Night deepens. I've used patience. Doesn't actually show what the complications are, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, essentially, you're just assailed constantly. Night secrets back online. We still haven't got anybody seeing us here, because, you know, who's looking at a church in the middle of the goddamn winter? You know, surrounded by trees. Why would I be there? Who'd be there? Who'd be crazy enough to be there? Okay. And... action. Pride. Safely away from my hall. Pause. My unhealing wound, my 2 wounds, this is the most part. Imperial, the ragged sword. Its long career, as Yasok tells me, this weapon is known as Gatemaker, Scar Sword, and Orphan. It was apparently commissioned to be born by a king against an unbuilt city, which is the city of Yiz, if you've been paying attention in my Book of Hours run. Ooh, get back up there. And the city was turned to other purposes, however, will cut bits off mortals and immortals fine. The foe cannot break Imperial, which is if you fight value 3, but goddamn, I'm not going to spend that. Weapon. Ready for each of the book. It is a weapon. No, this is sword is definitely not a book. Portable, it's also a pentiment, which means it's from an alt timeline, which means we can use it for the pentiment ending as well. But this is our most valuable item here. We also just, now everything else, oh my god, now we can just do our usual thing. Wander out of there, getting a little freaked out, but we're good. We're good. Like I've fallen off the goddamn map. Krakow. Not Holy Man. Holy Man can't be used for distraction, though. I can use for other things. I can use him in order to generate cash, actually, if I really wanted to do so. Stick around long enough. You know, I haven't done this in a while. Oh, gods. Just hang on 1 second. Okay, I had to remind myself what it is. So basically, I can run a healing cult by using the powers of the years. But what I desperately need to do is I need to break this down. Stolen life is more easily sold by the year than by the decade. I have the tools to make the necessary changes, but I must be very careful with my pen strokes. She comes before the sun, looks down upon sloppiness. Okay, so we will relinquish the break the decade so we can get that done. We can't actually put it back together. We'll continue to look for that, because in order to get the cult, we need a temple. We need a space to do it. Let's see. Alright, so grab those. What we got here? Oh yeah, gone. Let's get that pistol. Need it. Now we got a sword, magic sword, and a dagger, and a pistol. We're good. We can do some murder with this, but we should probably also kick Krakow, as we've got no traces so far. They still haven't picked up on us. 1 cash. If we need to buy something, I'll relinquish the money. But for the moment... 1 gun. I have a decent run so far. And if I stop bleeding, I'll feel fine. Well, technically, I'll never stop bleeding that wound. Yeah, not sure that was a smart thing to do, but it's done. 2 penitents as well. We need 7 for that run. I included Villa. Too pricey for my blood. We need something a little more. Give me a warehouse. That should be fine. Don't need to make a. Don't actually have to have like a mansion to run a cult. It helps, but it's not necessary. Again, they still haven't found us. And trace. Okay. Visual connection, that could be useful. But, a moment. Boom. And one. I'm gonna check one thing while I'm here. That's one. Just thinking. It takes a bit to run a healing cult. I think the official connection won't work with the underworld. It will, because it's got moth basis. I may have to have 12 moth total to pull it off. As it is all religion is deception. Now there's the quiet warehouse. Now if I'm correct about this, I'll double check this. Connection official. Woodreef. Hang on, I'm not gonna make you sit through this. I don't think I need what I need for either medical deception or religious deception. So let's just continue to, have some fun. Possibly murder somebody. There's an opportunity to do so. Only one trace, we're only going to get the small guy. Obviously don't want another wound. Come on. Can't. Fascination, which will produce 2 moth, but it's probably not going to help. It's a thing, though. We need 10 more for that to be useful. I'm not sure we're going to be able to run a cult while people are trying to kill us, but, it has been done before. Fascination. 2 moth. Got it. Alright. So, try our murder talents. Searching. Right, so that would cause a distraction. It's also 2 more. Okay, now we have a 4 total moth. That would pass 1 opportunity, but the question is, where do we get the others? I think Underworld Connections produces 8, so if we did get one of those, we could possibly, set up a shady cult and get some money. Oh, it's, useful. Let's get some murder done first. Okay, so they've detected us. We will be doing some killing. I think the sword regenerates fastest, so we'll use that, and they'll start with that for combat. Another trace to carry faith. 2 lantern. Yeah, small stuff we keep generating, but I do not know. Also a distraction, because they do not like messing around in churches. So I can keep them at bay for pretty long at this point. Even though they might get somebody bigger at this rate. I think I can take down a lord at the moment. Possible. The official connection. Possible. An assassin. Alright, let's do this. Medical credential is not useful. Now, however, let's begin. Could guarantee the kill, but I'm going to do that with the pistol. Actually, 3 times should be more than enough. What you are going to do, my friend, you... Only connections will do it. Official, ruler, radical, or underworld. So we can get an official one after my assets. So what we need to do is we need to grab the official connection. I can't do that. Ooh, screw myself up here because I can't attack. Going after one of my assets, at least I've got the best one covered at the moment. Screwed myself here. Gonna have to live with it. Lose the pistol. Might lose the creme de creme. That sucks. It's not paying attention. Yeah, taking the pistol. But palpable hit. Good. Now wait, while we're here, I need a body anyways. Okay, so trace. That's the wound. Might be going for that next, but I can't use the pistol because they've grabbed it. So all I've got is my martial arts at the moment. So 70% chance of pulling off. We do not want them to capture this. So first thing we do is we grab the official connections. Pay the stolen year. Be done with it. Give us something to work with at least. Ah, you stole my pistol. Hate you. Okay, so grab this, the official connection, that might help. Then, simultaneously, we roll around and try to knife secret the person. Okay. See if we can finish them. Okay, so they're gonna have reinforcements. We might be able to kill this one before they come out. We'll find out shortly. My sucker throwneth over. Mutilated manuscript. I'll use 2. We'll be trading this for the manuscript, which is actually a permanent item. That might be worth it if we have opportunity. We'll check it out in a moment. I'll be already screwed anyways. Second's gonna be quick. We're gonna be right down to the wire here. Missed. Alright, well that's that. I guess we're leaving. No, I can try that in 30 seconds. If the official connections is enough to stop them. Not enough to stop them. The wound doesn't count. They've got 4 wounds on this guy. Yeah. The official connection or the heights should be able to height faith. We can stop him for a bit. Probably about a minute or so. Which will give us opportunity to pack at least. Let's finish this one up first. See what we've got. Because what I could do, if I've got town, grab this opportunity, switch out. That will purchase it. It will also take 10 seconds, so we can pull this off. Make a trade. Then we've got the official connections here in case he tries to steal our assets, and the distractions otherwise. So yeah, I think we probably should, however, exit, as we're not in a place to do this. Oh, we don't have any cash. Wait, we have 1 cash remaining. Good, 1 less thing to pack. All right, going to be coming off a little poor, mind you, but we're leaving now. We have what we came for, and I'm definitely not going to lose it. Theft or sabotage. Okay, so that'll prevent him from being able to steal any of our items, so it's not a waste. So this action. There we go. Yeah, I'm about to pack this. It's 4 lantern, 2 a grail. Gorgeously illustrated manuscript scripts ripped from the original binding to be sold separately. I don't know the language, Persian, Arabic, but somehow I can read the words in sufficiently bright light. A dispute between the hours, a lineage concealed, a secret which shattered loyalties, which is actually our story. This book, by the way, tells you your story. You haven't gotten that one yet. It's not practical information, but there's something at the sound that sharpens the souls. All right, so that one will also need to be packed on the way out, but at least we got that done. He's not going to bother us in time to be an issue. Let's go. It was a good run, though. That should be that. Boom. Yeah. Pursuer's wound. Excellent. Glimmering. Oh god, my old friend there. 1 moth. Ugh. Not much else I can use it for right now. But it's fun to have. I got slightly tipsy from using the bottle. After sabotage. Ruler or officials. There we go. But we're going to be gone. Right. So here we are in... Forgotten where we're headed. Dominique the Baker. Oh, yeah. I've forgotten. He has a mission. We might have what we need. Got a bunch of stuff. He's a ready smile and unfortunate habit of picking his teeth. So, first things first is, of course, we get our exit strategy. Then, Dominique and I will communicate about his mission to see whether or not we can pull it off. Don't know exactly what I'll need. I'll have to look him up. Hang on. I haven't memorized this entire game, people. But we've got a lot of assets, and if they're the right type, we'll be able to get through whatever mission he has and recruit him as an ally, which will allow us to abuse him to our satisfaction. Alright, get swords back online. Alright, everybody, calm down. We're heading to Rostock. Ooh, we have a house there. No, that's really, actually, it's quite good for the medical degree if we have the correct items, which we do not have, I'm fear. Oh well. We'll consider what we're doing next. But yes. Sword did taste blood, but did not get a kill, which is unfortunate. Now, Dominicus? Let's talk. We got things to talk about. And also can use them as a distraction, possibly to injure opponents. Especially the foe. Dominic serves me spice, honey cakes with kvass, and chats amicably about a rabble who's got hold of a seasoning Dominicus needs. He hopes it won't be too much trouble for the help him required, and then of course he'll be free to help me in turn. This guy is T. I don't remember. I've done this one before. Hang on. I gotta remember what we need for this. This guy is T. Skyrius. What does that mean? Look that up. Things we'll need for that are Lantern 2, we've got that with the thing, or Knock 2, Knock 6, and Winter 12. Yep, we can do it. We've got the wounds. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's see if we can get a caper. Going here. Skyrish T. Okay, so this is going to be kind of important, but we are going to need to generate Winter 2. Yeah, the wounds alone will be able to do this because they have both Knock and... Oh boy. Let's go, because 2 knock will produce the first result. Called unknown location. So yeah, hit it. We'll give him that. We'll then keep him, use a weapon with sword as well. And yeah, it's one more thing. We can just throw people at the foe to delay him and occasionally wound him. But it sacrifices the person when we do so. But you know, this is what we do. Anyways, there we go. The caper is online. Break this open. Yes, yeah, Rostock goes here. Back to Norway, I guess. Okay. Right, so the challenge would be all wounds are open. I've opened one is sealed. Do another one. Okay, so that's going to be 8, which will get to the next part, which, by the way, doesn't show us here because I've blocked it already, but it's called Guarded Compound, in which we basically use the knock ability to open a secret door, a little-known door, to be able to access. And then we'll put the last unhealing wound in. Ooh, wow, looks like we're going to be doing this under pressure. There are no traces, though, so it's possible that he will simply walk along the way. There's a good chance we can just have the baker delay them. See, we're not going to visit anything, because the chance that they'll walk right past us. Not a great chance, mind you, but it does exist. And I'm going to accept it. Searching. Just be the low-level guy, though. We can probably dig. Undiscovered. Excellent. Bigger unhealed wounds. That's why we didn't do anything else. But yeah, busy night. Sealed. There we go. 12 winter, which is his patience. And the challenge on that one, by the way, was called Desolation. I feel an ordeal, desolation, a sunset in the soul. I'm not sure why. It's probably research on the worms, which are reality devouring parasites. So yeah, it can be a little depressing. Discovered though. Yeah, we're not here. We are totally not here. But we'll give Dominic the spice, then we will take him as our companion, which we don't have to pack either, which is great. He's also worth a good 6. God, I got a winter run here. Considering doing a killing run, that makes sense. He's gone. because I'm currently in the sub-base into some Russian facility. Breaking in. And, you know, you're not going to see a person like that. I have secret. Really just keep all these together so I can have a good idea of how much I have to pack to run. We got the magic sword, which is good. If I opened up with it, so there'd be no chance of it being stolen. They did to Nick the assassins. Like twice we've like hurt them and they've run away to talk tattle to Daddy's, one of Daddy's little mutts, the Reckoner Lords. Yep, that's what we came for. Those wounds have been damn useful. Maggot spice, I was right. The seasoned Demuggers Raw. It's a pot of nasty-looking larval remnants. The pot is icy to the touch. My honey cake is still far short its full potential. There you go. An ally. Your class pants. Your associate is now an ally. They will follow you to the city and unless you find it for the fault. Thus, you are selected for a final confrontation at the edge of the world. I plan to throw you at him until somebody's dead. 4 stolen seasons and I'll have a stolen year, I suppose. Ha ha ha. Dumbass says generally. He pokes you with an elbow. So we got him. An assassin. Well, a lower grade assassin than us, so it's always good to have a sidekick. And yeah, I guess now we can risk reconnoitering. Although we will desperately need cash, that's right. Oh boy. Oh shit, that should have gotten the cash. I think we already had one cash away. So yeah, we need cash. Telling me I might have to use a breakdown to stolen year again. I think we've got like $1 we sent ahead. Unprepared. We should never be unprepared. One trace, night, that'll give us despair, which can be useful. But, yeah. We don't have any cash. Ooh, bad. Bad, 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 bad. We need that to leave, so you know. Not the place I wanted to make a final stand here. Even with my best friend here. Trace. Thread. Again, it's just to edge. We need it for anything. Side. Never run out of money. It's bad. The trace, so connection with the ruler. That's pricey as hell. Useful, but pricey as hell. You can use it in just about every operation you can imagine. 2 traces. You know, we will have company shortly. Especially when we get the 3rd trace for the cash raising over here. Means we might want to leave. We're not getting anything big. 3 traces. But, okay, since we don't want to lose. Depends on what this opportunity is. Faith is not an opportunity. Given we have 3 going there. That's a distraction. The distractions are pretty low grade. We may just want to take Demicus and run at this point. Because I don't think... I have thoughts. If we use the house for comfort, we can get 4 points there. Comfort is 2, 4. Useful, possibly. Possibly. Meanwhile, we don't want to lose the sword. We have to pack 3 things to leave, 4 things. No, we don't have the cash because we just Rostock in. It requires 1 cash. So the question is, do we stick around the 60 seconds and risk that? The thing is that stealing the book page is bad. You'll steal the medical credentials. I think what we can do is we probably, let's run one last one here for 30 seconds. And if it's something to purchase, we've got a chance to purchase it before we can leave, I think. Well, let's see what happens first. Technically, they haven't started arriving yet. And they haven't yet. Okay, so we're good. We're good. You didn't have to, no need to panic there. Maybe we should panic every now and then. Wolf's Divided Shadow. Ooh, definitely getting a kind of a vibe here. Okay, that will just expend it. But yeah, the Wolf Divided Shadow. Just looking at, yeah, this is definitely one of those murder types. But yeah, I do not think we can take him right now because if it really came down to it, I don't only have a official connection with the ruler in order to stop them from messing with me, but I'm almost positive they'll be on us next time. With 4 traces, that's definitely too much. So, as soon as we're done with the last opportunity, we'll take off. But at least, you know, one of their initial wound is healed, which is good. I'm being beat up there a bit. Official connection. The question is, do we stick around long enough to do that? Official connection plus the distractions plus everything else. Do we attempt a murder? The problem is it's going to be a tough murder if we don't get the lip. Again, if he starts popping up, yep, we easily can walk out of here. So yeah, it's just one last opportunity. Always the temptation to go a little too far is what gets you. I think this is as far as where we're gonna go. Typically, I'm getting the end of the episode, anyways. All right, so credentials. Yeah, I think we've tapped this place out, so to speak. Let's move on to greener pastures. Good, grab that sword. We've done what we need to do here for sure. Dominguez, let's check out Norway, shall we? I've got a guy he can set us up at a house. It'd be cool. And just we're basically taking he takes the train in, we take the same train out. It's just how this works sometimes. And we actually heal the first wound with our slow regeneration ability. Alright, so this will probably be where we end the current game, and we are now in Rostock. Alright. Janice's staff had told me to expect me and welcome here for as long as I like, but they've made sure. Now, the townhouse we can't sell or do anything with, but it's 2 space, which allows us to play around with some things. We definitely need to raise cash. The question is, how? Now, if we did the medical credentials, for example, that would... Let me check. We need a bunch of stuff to do that. We need Heart, Grail 4, Grail 8, Forge 12. That's not great. Thing is, I think what we can do if... Comfort. Alright, Comfort. Thing is, if we run Comfort and just use it, we can get Contentment. Contentment has Heart 2. I think we get as much Contentment as we have Comfort. Comfort is 4, so that's 8 right there. The thing is that you can only put 4 cards still in, so it's not going to be enough. We need another 4. We can produce 2 and 2 and 2, 6. We need 6 more coming from somewhere else. I do not believe we have any. I don't think we have anything with Heart, period. Like anything. Wow. The question is, I'll probably stop by the townhouse and just use it for comfort first, then I'll figure out what the heck to do with anything, because we'll have Grail and Heart and other things. Definitely need to get a gun again. We'll figure things out. We're doing pretty good so far. We've got the magic sword. We'll need to kill the foe, because only magic swords work on him. Bullets won't. We've got medical credentials, which would have been great if we could have done it with the townhouse, but the townhouse, I don't think counts towards... It's got 4. Oof. If I do the medical, this counts, and we have the 3 comfort ones. That would produce 2, 2, 10, and... No, we could do 4. 1 second challenge is 2, 3, 4. I think we can technically dump in 4 cards, so technically it would be possible. That would be interesting. Let me check something, though. It does register it. If, however, we put the year in, run a sanatorium, you could basically use the power of the stolen year to heal people and get paid for it. And I think we will try that. I'm going to try using the comfort first to grab that, generate all of those, put in the comfort, also heal up my damn wound, and run an asylum to make some cash. Because I kind of need that. It's also going to keep it, also produce an obscurity, which is going to make things harder to find us. Because, you know, who's looking for a doctor running asylum for wealthy old widows? Anyways, this is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country. Hope you enjoyed this run into the murder attempt. We're going to get there. Like we said, we've got the sword, we've got a dude, potential sacrifice. We've got a place. We're going to pretend to be a doctor for a while. And then, in 1920, which is 1935, it's not that difficult to make being a doctor. Hell, these days it's not. Anyway, just look at the average medical wellness, the average, oh, hell, the wellness implies the current Attorney General Health for the United States doesn't have never practiced. And may not even be fully licensed to be a doctor. So pray for us. We're going to need it. Anyways, I will see you next time. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.